Day 52, verses 14 to 16, the sacred cycle of life. Namaste and welcome to Gita 360. Earlier, we reflected on the spirit of giving and receiving that sustains life. Today, the Gita reminds us that life is held together by a sacred cycle, and when we live in harmony with that cycle, there is balance, nourishment, and meaning. All living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rains. Rains are produced by performance of yajna, and yajna is born of prescribed duties. The Gita begins with something beautifully simple: interdependence on this planet. We survive because something beyond ourselves sustains us. Our life depends on food. Food grows because the earth receives rain. Rain comes because nature remains in balance. Balance remains when human beings live with responsibility and respect for the larger order of life. Nothing stands alone. Every breath we take, every meal we eat, every comfort we enjoy rests on countless forces working together: nature, people, time, effort, and grace. We often look at life through the lens of individual achievement, but beneath every personal success lies a huge invisible network of support that made it possible. The Gita asks us to remember this truth. We are sustained by life every moment. Gratitude is not merely a virtue. It's an awakening to reality. The duties for human beings are described in the Vedas, and the Vedas are manifested by the Lord Himself. Therefore, the all-pervading Lord is eternally present in acts of sacrifice. The Gita then reminds us that right action is not just social responsibility or moral behavior. When we act with truthfulness, integrity, compassion, and awareness, we are aligning ourselves with a deeper order that runs through existence itself. There is sacredness in living right, even in the most ordinary acts. Divinity is not found only in temples, rituals, or moments of prayer. It is present wherever action is guided by sincerity, wisdom, and offering. Be it a simple meal prepared with love, work done with honesty, or just a promise kept with mindfulness, they carry an eternity within them. Life becomes holy when we live it with honesty and purity. O Parth, those who do not accept their responsibility in this cycle of sacrifice established by the Vedas are sinful. They live only for the delight of their senses. Indeed, their lives are in vain. A life lived only for consumption, pleasure, comfort, personal gain, endless wanting may appear full on the surface, yet it is a life lived in vain. When life becomes centered only around satisfying ourselves, we lose connection with reality, with rest of the world. The Gita reminds us that life finds fulfillment when we participate in something larger than ourselves. When we contribute, when we care, when we live responsibly, when we recognize that we are part of a sacred whole, life begins to feel richer from within. And there is greater content. That is what gives life depth. Life today encourages us to live as separate individuals. Build your success, secure your comfort, protect your interests, chase your goals. While ambition has its place, life becomes narrow when everything revolves around the self. The deepest human fulfillment often comes elsewhere, in belonging, contribution, connection, and purpose. In raising a family with love, in building something meaningful, in helping another person rise, in living in a way that leaves goodness behind us. Life has meaning when we leave the world a little better than before. That is when life feels rooted. We are not separate drops trying to survive alone. We are part of a larger river of life flowing together. When we remember that, gratitude grows naturally and responsibility becomes an expression of love rather than duty. Thought of the day. Life supports us in countless unseen ways every day. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, am I living only for myself, or am I living as a responsible part of something greater? Thank you for joining me on Gita 360. May we learn to live in harmony with the sacred cycle of life, receiving with gratitude, giving with sincerity, and walking through this world with deeper awareness.